Hey, thank you guys for watching today. Today we're going to be talking about goals. Goals for Q4, goals for the upcoming month, and how we did last month. Stay tuned. Okay guys, today we're here in the shed and we're going to be talking about eBay goals for the Q4. Today is September 1st when you see this video, and what I'm going to be doing is going over some numbers as far as we'll look at last month, see how we did. Secondly, what I want to do is look at the month of September. For me, the month of September this year is key. I'm going through officially my first Q4 that I have a clue. I basically started reselling last end of September. So for me, this is really my officially first Q4. I've watched a lot of other YouTubers talk about Q4 and how they actually get most of their sales in Q4 in comparison to the rest of the year. Some people say they make more in Q4 than they make the rest of the year combined. So I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. I have myself kind of set up to be able to have plenty of inventory. Obviously, I'm still going to be sourcing and looking to add to that inventory, but I have some goals personally that I'm working towards. I would love to have 2,000 listings by the time October 1 hit. I only have right at 1,000 listings right now, so obviously that's going to take a lot of work. But, you know, for us, we could say just have a loose goal, right? Of, hey, I want to do this. This is where I want to be Q4. But there's a difference between having a loose goal, just saying the words, and actually planning and preparing to be able to make that happen. So today, some of the things I wanted to go over with you is how to make that happen, how to actually figure out how much you need to be listing every week, how much you need to be listing every day, and set a goal that's not so insurmountable that you can't reach it and you get discouraged and just give up. For me, I'm setting a goal of being at 2,000 listings by the time Q4 hits. That gives me a month's time, basically 31 days to get there. That's going to take a lot of effort on my behalf, but I do know that I can get quite a few listings done. I may be bringing in some help a little bit to help get that done, and I've got the inventory coming. Getting ready to make a big purchase here on Wednesday that should help with that. I've still got quite a bit of inventory that is not listed, so, and I'm looking for more opportunities in the future, which I know there's some coming up as well. But you know, the trick is just to do it, right? Is to set a plan, make a plan of action, and then do it. So today we're going to be going over my plan of action of how to get to 2,000 listings. Also have some dollar figures in mind of where I want to be. I know some people say it doesn't matter about listings, but yeah, it does matter about listings. If you were to walk into a store and they only had 5 items on the shelf, the likelihood of you picking up one of those 5 items is pretty slim. Whereas if they had 2,000 items on the shelf, the likelihood of you picking something up is greater. And I think that's the same thing holds true with eBay and with any business. If you have more availability, then you can potentially make more sales. I know there's other people that have a different philosophy for how they work, but I do know this: come Q4, I want to be prepared, have as many items in my store as possible, and continue to try to maintain them as we go through Q4. I may not stay at that 2,000 listings. I may drop back a little bit, but I definitely want to push to be in a position to have success. So to come up with a plan, we had talked about it a little bit in our live show the other night, about having a plan that if you don't shoot or aim at anything, then you miss every time, right? Is one of those quotes. So we want to not miss. So guys, we're going to go through some numbers. I'm going to take you back inside and look at the computer and see what we can come up with and hopefully help you be able to create some goals that are attainable for you as well. So we'll get back inside. Guys, we're here in my eBay office and we're here looking at my computer. I did want to show you about last month's sales. So If you're on the overview, well, normally when you come into eBay, like you go into my eBay, and then the drop down menu, if you go to selling, which is where we're at right now, basically if you go to selling, it's going to take you to this overview screen. One of the ways that you can look up sales, the easy way to get to it is just go to performance, and hopefully you can see that. See performance there. Go to the drop down menu where it is sales, and then we're going to look at, instead of last 31 days, which is what it's saying, I'm actually going to scroll and change that to last month. And we're going to generate that report and see where we're at. Guys, this is my first time looking at this, so you're going to see it when I do. So total sales for last month. It's kind of crazy. I had set a goal last month for 6,500 in sales, and I got there. That's total sales. Now it does show, right, like taxes paid. You see it there. And then, so the 6852 is gross. 347.22 in taxes and fees, and then selling cost is 26.8% of the total. So guys, if you look at this selling cost, what is the selling cost? That includes all eBay shipping fees and PayPal fees, eBay fees. So basically that's all the fees, which makes last month for me a net sales of $46.67.55. Now that is before cost of goods. I typically run less than 20% cost of goods. On this month, I was actually at a lot cheaper than that. I was probably more like closer to the 10%. I haven't added that up at this point, but that's where we're at, is more than likely 10%. So I netted over 4,000 last month. I know this is kind of full transparency. Some people don't want to show this stuff, but that's where I'm at. As of last month, the DVD purchase that I got late in the month helped a lot. The sporting goods purchase helped a lot. So two major purchases kind of helped push me up. But man, if I could maintain that kind of level, then that would be good. I typically allow myself like a 50%, is what I think as far as selling cost. That's all in fees, all that kind of stuff, 50%. So actually a pretty good month. So we're going to put that off to the side. So that's 68.52, 22. That's my second highest month yet. The only reason I got more than that in the past was because I had a $2,500 sale. So that's what we're looking at as far as last month. Okay guys, so let's look at August again. So we had 6,852.22 net sales. Gross sales. There was 213 items sold. That gives us a total of 32.17. That's the average sale price of those items. So I ended the month with 980 listings. Okay guys, I'm trying to step up next month and work hard to get ready for Q4. This is my personal goals. You can set your own goals. Where I want to be, so I want to end the month with 9,000 listings. $9,000 in gross sales. I want to have 2,000 listings in my store at that point. At a $30 plus average sale price, that would be 300 items next month sold. So an average of 10 a day. That's doable. But that would require me to list 1,320 items. So why would I have to list 1,320 items to get to 2,000 listings? If you see over here, I'm at 980 now. You would think that would only be 1,020, but I'm taking into account the 300 items I'm potentially going to sell. So that would be 1,320 items. That would give me 44 items a day average listing. Now, I do have a little help with listing this coming month. I've got some of my family that's going to be helping me list a little bit. So 44 items a day average. Sounds like I'm going to have to do a few listing challenges to keep up with that. I'm probably going to be doing some working hangouts, probably one day a week. Set aside some time to do that. I do have some big buys coming in this coming month, so that should help with some of these as far as getting those listings up. But that's my goal going into Q4. I know everybody can set their own individually, but that's where I want to be. So I'm going to be tracking this every day. I'm trying to make sure that I get my listings in, keeping you guys up to date with the videos I'll be putting out. I encourage you, set a goal. It doesn't have to be mine, but set a goal. Start listing every day. Or if you can't list every day, like if I was to take some days out, obviously that would increase my daily, what I would have to list. If I take a day off, obviously I've got to make up for that. So I'm going to be tracking that. I'm also going to be tracking my average, because I need to be at above $30 average sale price. So if I'm listing all cheap items, then obviously I'm going to have to list some really expensive items. But to get to that $30 average, which is where I like to be, is over $30. So all in all, pretty good month last month. Looking forward to what the future holds, and hope to have a great sales September. But let me know in the comments if you have any listing goals, or if you need any help figuring things out, like how much that you need to list, looking at your average sale price. To get the items sold was a little bit more difficult on the computer. So guys, obviously that listing goal, my September goal, is a little lofty for me. I mean, it's not a huge bump, but man, I would love to be at that 2,000 listings, and that's just me. If I sell a ton and have to list more, then that's fine. But, you know, I know everybody has their own way of doing things. For me, I definitely have enough inventory between what I know is coming in and what I have to get me to there, to get that extra 1,300 listings. But I know it's going to be a lot of work between shipping, listing, and just keep pushing. But like I'd said earlier, you know, without a goal, if you're not aiming for anything, then you're going to miss every time, right? So I'd be stoked. I'm not going to compromise and back off of that. I'm going to do my best effort possible, barring anything unexpected, to make sure this happens. So I encourage you guys to do the same going into Q4. If you haven't been through Q4, join me. I haven't been through Q4 as well, but I have talked to people who have, and they did say, man, to get as much listed as you can going into Q4, because it's usually pretty good. And we'll see with everything going on in the country how good it'll be, but I anticipate it being pretty good. We'll see. But I can only control what I can control, and that's ultimately the thing. The only thing I can control is how much work I put in, making sure I have the items up. And you may be in a different situation where you're not allowed or not able to buy as much inventory, or whatever that may hold you back from that. Because the other side of that is you need to look and say, man, if I need 1,320 items to list and I don't have that much available, how much am I going to have to set aside every week to put towards getting that inventory? So that's something you need to keep in mind as you're growing your business as well. But I do thank you guys for joining me today. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, I wish that you would do so. Hit the bell and stay tuned. I'll be keeping you up to date with how things are going as far as listing and sales and all the things that we've talked about. But thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great day. See you next time.